A TV presenter on ITV News named Ryan Clark has gone viral yesterday talking about illegal migration into Britain. Today we have a few different news stories, so stay tuned till the end. I have some great news stories. The last one is going to just drop you guys all. It's absolutely hilarious. But first, let's listen to Rylan Clark, the TV broadcaster ITV, which for those who don't know, in the US or wherever, Ireland, ITV is one of the biggest news stations in the whole country. So this guy exposing illegal migration is amazing to see. So let's hear what he says.
I've got to be honest, that is a major worry. Now, taking politics out of this, let's just look at the country, Tim.
Yeah.
This country is built on immigration, legal immigration. You know, a lot of the nurses, the doctors that have saved my mum's life have come over here from other countries, are living a great life. They're paying into this tax system. They're helping this country thrive. I find it absolutely insane that all these people, one, are risking their lives coming across the channel like that they are. But two, when they get here, it does seem, and I think this is why a lot of Labour voters as well are now sitting there going, there's something wrong here. It seems, welcome, come on in. This is the narrative we're being fed. Here's the hotel. Here's the phones. Here's the iPad. Here's the NHS in reception of your hotel. Here's 3 meals a day. Here's a games room in the hotel. Have a lovely time and welcome. And then there's people that have lived here all their lives that are struggling. Yeah. They're homeless. Let's not even discuss our homeless. There are people living on the streets, veterans, all of this. Yeah. Now, this isn't me getting on my soapbox because let me be honest, everyone's going to have an opinion about this and you're going to upset someone some which way. I believe that something major needs to be done about this. The money that it's costing us, the amount of people that are in this country that we have no idea who they are, what they've done, what they're capable of, and clearly we see a lot of it in the press at the moment, some of what some are doing, it's not all, what some are doing to people in this country. How can, if I turn up at Heathrow Airport as a British citizen and I've left my passport in Spain, I've got to stand at that airport and won't be let in and got to get this, but if I arrive on a boat in Calais, I get taken to a 4-star hotel.
Yeah, wow. He was cooking that whole time. Absolutely amazing. One of the best videos I've ever seen on mainstream media ever. You know, I talk about how mainstream media is dead, and it is. But guys like Rylan Clark give me faith. They give me faith to think that it's not completely dead. The first thing he said, you know, of course, you know, about the Labour voters. These are more liberal left-wing people, okay? They're actually agreeing with the people on the right now, you know, and this is, like I said, the kind of coming together of the left and right. When you have people that are coming from overseas that are illegal, they're fleeing their country for whatever reason, you know, normally just a better economic sort of process. Then they're coming here, they're getting iPads, they're given the NHS, they're given free stuff. That's for the UK. Same thing is happening in Ireland. We have Roma gypsies coming from the EU. We have iPass centres with people being put into these iPass centres. Thousands upon thousands of people, you know, and it's absolutely crazy, you know, to see that happening, guys. And now everybody is waking up, even TV news presenters, you know, when people of our own people, Irish ethnicity people, are dying on the street, 16,000 plus Irish people, you know, they're on the street dying, kids, 5,000 kids, and it's not getting better. It's, matter of fact, getting worse, guys. You know, we have veterans on the streets. We have all these people that actually, you know, British veterans that fought for the country, that fought against Afghanistan people. We saw a story yesterday. It said that an Afghanistan family has come to the UK and kicked out a, you know, British Army veteran. And this is all done by design. You know, this is done to demoralize the public and to start probably a civil war, do something crazy, because that's what they're trying to get done, guys. You know, there is something bubbling up in society, and I don't know what it is just yet, but everybody can feel it. The tension, the tense, you know, atmosphere when you go down and walk down your street in Dublin or in Cork or in Donegal. You know, this is the tension that's building up because they're not happy with the situation, guys, left or right. So yeah, amazing, guys. You know, how the hell can people do that? You know, how can they be taken to a 4-star hotel when our own people are dying? You know, you have to put Ireland first. Always ethnically Irish people first, and then people with passports, and then the rest of the people. You don't neglect your own people, guys. This causes an animosity in the public. Okay, everybody should know that by now. It's absolutely crazy. And you also get a massive amount of crime. I know a lot of people don't like We need to talk about the crime aspect that's happening in, Ireland as well from these iPass centers. But it is happening, guys. It is happening. And one of the crimes is this. Church in Wales was set on fire by 2 Pakistani migrants. Christianity is under attack in the UK. Ireland is a Christian country. We see people coming in from other countries. They're attacking our people. Ashley Murphy, they're attacking our men, women, and children. The stabbing in Parnell Square of healthcare workers getting stabbed, children getting stabbed. I mean, this is ludicrous stuff. There were riots then on top of that because of that. And this could all be prevented by just putting in a tight immigration putting in a tight immigration center, which would prevent all these crackpots coming in. No more potentially ISIS sleeper cells. We cannot have this, guys. Let's watch this video of this church burning down. I mean, this is absolutely awful. This is like something out of a movie, guys. It's terrible. You can see the end result here, and it says here, heartbreaking, a Catholic church being completely destroyed by the fire. St. Joseph's Church in Witten in the Heilbronn district in Germany. So 2 churches were burned in Europe the last couple of days. Over 100 churches in Canada were destroyed, vandalized, and desecrated since 2021. They have another one set on fire. I mean, these are all done deliberately by design. Okay, they don't want Catholicism anymore. They don't want Catholic people. They hate any sort of religion. The Marxists love this, guys. The Marxist, communists, the left, they love this as well. So anyone that's illegal, I'm putting them in the same category as the woke left, because the woke left hate our Irish people. They hate the heritage. They hate the culture. They hate the bond that we have as Irish people, camaraderie together. They hate that completely, and they want to see us all die. This is communism, Marxism in a nutshell. Okay, the last video, like I said, is a hilarious one. I said it would floor you guys all, but it's related to the woke left. Here now we have people like this, okay, that are anti-Trump, anti-Irish, right-wing, they call us right-wing. And I think that everybody's on the woke left are mentally deranged. I think they all have mental health issues that aren't addressed. They're secretly something weird. They're secretly this or secretly that. But now it's starting to seem like it's getting worse, guys, okay? Like this sort of transgender fatigue that people have now. There's a fatigue in the nation now that we have to put up with all this nonsense. And like I said before, I let people do what they want, guys. I don't agree with it, but for the most part, I'm libertarian when it comes to most social issues. I think it's weird. I think it's strange. I wouldn't do it myself. I wouldn't encourage anybody else to do it. I would try and prevent people from doing it by explaining different things to them. But the woke left have lost their mind, guys. And now it's created people like this. Let's watch this LGTV man having a meltdown, okay? Because this is what it breeds. I mean, look at this. This guy, and I don't like to bully people or insult people online. This guy desperately needs to seek mental therapy and help immediately, guys. This is a guy that's been neglected by his family and just not in a good place mentally.
Why can't I exist as my true self right now?
That's not your true self, that's why.
This! You don't think this is my true self? What is your true self? You ignorant piece of shit! Is your true self being a little who's shorter and feels insecure about how they are? What? Oh, you don't like coming into people's spaces and getting them uncomfortable for being their true selves? You don't like when people fucking do that to you? Then fucking learn and do that somewhere else and stop coming here, you piece of shit!
Alright, man. I love you.
I'm not a man, and you don't love me! If you loved me, you would put the sign down, you would go walk, and you would thank everyone for being here authentically, as opposed to telling them with your sign that they need to convert and no longer exist! Stop ruining pride for everyone!
It makes me sad, guys. It makes me sad that people are this, because I've seen mentally deranged people. I've seen it, I've experienced it. Luckily, I've never experienced that myself, thank God. I thank God every day I don't have depression, anxiety, never have. But you have to build up mental barriers against these things. You need to work out, you need to work on yourself, work on your mental health. My whole channel is to motivate people to get stronger mentally, physically, spiritually. I've said this from the beginning, guys. You need to align yourself. Okay, they're aligning themselves with God there. You don't have to align yourself with that. You can be spiritual, but put things in action, guys. Work out every day. Work on your purpose. This guy here it's a sad case, guys. He's telling everyone, You know, don't call me a man. He's super angry. You know, like I said before, these left-wing woke people with the green hair, the dyed hair, they always have a cane. I don't know what the cane is about. It's some Marxist sort of thing she has or he has. I don't know what they are. The flags around their head. They have glasses. It's just he has a skirt on with a bra top. And it's just an extremely deranged, psychotic episode that I'm watching. You know, and this video was released today. And, you know, I know some of you guys might find that funny. I find it sad, as I find it absolutely just insane. You know, I know the US has a lot of mental health issues. You know, we do too in Ireland, guys. They're handing out these SSRIs, these antidepressants, these antipsychotics. They're handing them out like Skittles, you know, like just like nothing. If you go to the doctor, I know a bunch of people, they went to the doctor, they said they felt sad. All of a sudden, the doctor brings out a flipping plethora of pills to give you, you know, not just to like work out healthy, take some vitamin D, take vitamin C, and help work on your mental state, guys. You know, immediately just throw pills at the problem. This is a crazy situation. This is a reason for all the school shootings in the US. You know, they had that school shooter yesterday, was a transgender guy. He shot up a Christian school. He shot 20 kids, killed 3 or 4. I mean, this is the mental derangement that is on the left now, you know, and they're trying to pin everybody like that is on the right that's bad. The mainstream media have completely lost their mind. You know, they're trying to brainwash us into thinking that the right is crazy, when in fact the left is deranged, guys. You know, it's good versus evil now. We are on the good side, they are on the evil side. That's it. I don't want to hear anything about it, guys. Everybody agrees with the anti-immigration segment that Rylan Clark also talked about at the beginning of this video. I 100% agree with that. He is a genius. Hopefully he keeps talking about these different issues. I love you all. If you want to support me, hit the join link underneath the video. For just €3 per month can help support me. We have 21 members now, like I said. And yeah, if you guys want to support me, because you will never see this content ever on mainstream media. Mainstream media is lost, guys. You know, they're completely gone. Subscribe to County Gains. Forget about mainstream. And I'll see you all in the next one, lads. Peace.